I mean, we're autopiloting down our lane at this point. It's better to roam. We can, if we really want to, we can push this wave like here, but now we should be backing off. I don't know. I mean, maybe we kill them because they're bad. This is a pointless black hole. Yeah, we get the kill, but he only drops like, I don't know, 300 souls with how behind he is at this point in the game. And at this point in the game, our black hole is really worth more than 300 souls. Hey, I'm Midnight. I have a free Deadlock coaching. If you want free coaching, all you have to do is join the Discord linked in the description, go to the Match ID's channel, comment a match ID along with the character you played and your rank, then enter one of the daily raffles to be featured in the next day's video. Also, I put a ton of work into these videos, so please, if you like it, do all that shit and, you know, all the e-begging stuff. Thank you. Okay, today we're reviewing a Dynamo Yamato duo lane. I mean, that's bad positioning. We want to be aggressive early, but we need to hug the boxes over here for a cover if we want to try to hit wave that early. Our Yamato's poking the Kelvin down to 1. I like that we're focusing wave, but we could be shooting the Kelvin while our Yamato's kind of going crazy on him. Yeah, we have the Kelvin 1. Are we gonna... This is a crazy dive. We pick him... Oh, this is... Okay, that was bad. So if you want to go for that dive, I don't suggest it. It's very ego, but if you really want to, when you go for it, after you kick him, you need to walk out this way. Walking back in the tower is very dangerous. I'm very surprised the Wraith didn't kill you. If she had a card up, she would have. But if you walked out this way, you're a lot safer, and your Yamato can probably save you from the Wraith. Either way, you're probably dead, but you're much more likely to die coming this way. Yeah, we're playing aggressive for our low HP. We know Kelvin's going to be back into lane in a couple seconds. And Wraith has, I think, 2 cards right now. So this is really dangerous and very aggressive. Yeah, if she cards you, you're pretty much dead. We should also be buying. At this point, we have 1k souls. We really need to be hitting shop. Yeah, they're pushing on us. We'll probably die for it here. Oh, wait, no, we're out. Okay, they did not chase as hard as I thought. Okay, we shouldn't be walking back in here. Yeah, we need to go base and buy healing right and tuck. I normally would say you could buy extra regen or restorative shot, but I know Dynamo does not like to build those items. This is way too deep. I don't know how you're not getting punished for that. You have wave taking tower, but it's still just so risky when you're 200 HP. Yeah, no, yeah, I mean... We weren't paying attention to our wave and we tanked tower for a ton. But even if tower wasn't there, like Wraith could have just put 1 card in us and probably killed us. We were playing way too aggressive and we didn't have any items. Now we're buying 3 gun items. I mean, we have a pretty good advantage in lane, so I don't mind this. Yeah, we got Wraith pokes pretty low. We're also lucky she's just kind of carding minions, which is good. I was gonna say, I think we're gonna do the exact same thing. I think that's fine since the Wraith backed off and she's low. It's a little ego to dive there, but since your Yamato's with you, I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of rolling them in lane. Yeah, I mean, at this point, that's good. When you do this much earlier in the game, it was bad because it was a lot riskier. But now, because you have such a significant lead, you're kind of allowed to do it. You can like roll into tower, parry, and just try to kill the Wraith there. The one thing is, when you're playing like this, you are really risking throwing your lead because if you take 1 bad trade or go into tower a little too deep, they can basically make a full recovery off like 2 kills. Oh, this is bad. We're taking tower for a lot. Yeah, we should be way more cognizant as to where our wave is, so we're not taking tower and risking dying there. Roam on the Infernus is good. Yeah, we do a lot to him. Wow. Are we melee? Our melees are doing a lot of damage right now. I guess that's just Hollow Point Ward. Again, we tank tower for a lot of damage that we really don't need to be taking. We really need to have a lot more awareness to where our waves are, so we don't end up taking tower so often. Yeah, if we're going to go for the melee and tower there, we need to parry it first or be ready to parry after we melee. I don't know if you can melee and then parry, because normally what you should be doing is rolling into towers and then sliding right before you get to them to cancel your roll, and then parrying them, and then you can melee them like twice and back off. Also, my apologies if there's any audio issues. I feel like I'm talking quieter than yesterday when I balanced my filters. I had to get up really early today and I'm really exhausted, so my apologies if I'm cutting out or the energy's a bit lower than normal. I mean, we're autopiloting down our lane at this point. It's better to roam at this point. We can, if we really want to, we can push this wave like here, but now we should be backing off. I don't know. I mean, maybe we kill them because they're bad. This is a pointless black hole. Yeah, we get the kill, but he only drops like, I don't know, 300 souls with how behind he is at this point in the game. And at this point in the game, our black hole is really worth more than 300 souls. We're also kind of autopiloting down lane and just kind of like sieging. We should go grab bridge buff here. I don't think we will. We're like behind them at 300 HP. This is really bad. It's so risky. I guess their Infernus is 1, but there could be someone else boosting down this lane to help him and they will just clean you up. Again, we are just autopiloting down our lane. To be fair, this game is an overall stomp, but any good team will really punish you for being that deep and send like 4 people to that lane to kill you guys quickly and then go to the next lane and just kind of clean up your team and come back from there. We just walked right past movement buff and didn't grab it. I don't mind not seeing buffs when they spawn, but if we're at the buff, we need to be walking into it and grabbing it. Especially because you're trying to get to that Infernus and you get to him faster if you took the movement buff. Yeah, so we see 3 of them on map now and we have 2 dead, so sieging this walker isn't bad. We bursted a lot faster than I thought we would. This is way too deep. Like, you're alone. You have no team around. We're pushing alone, like, into their backline. So we're not rolling after we slide, and we also aren't really using dash jumps. We need to get it in our mind that we always slide after we roll, because you'll get more distance, and it's just a way more efficient way of moving around the map. I'm curious how you'd play from behind, because you're playing very, very, very ego-y and not really respecting the enemies at all, but I'm curious if that's just because you're winning so significantly, or if this is just your overall playstyle. I like that we recognize that this is too deep and start backing off. But this rope, yeah, we're getting shot at while we're on this rope. He misses, but the second we get shot at, we need to drop off the rope. McGinnis is going to die for it. This is basically what they should have done from the start of the game, where they just start sending more people than you have pushed like into their base, and it will give them a very easy comeback, and and overextending like this is a very easy way to throw your lead. Also, we have 3 open flex slots. That's fine because normally at this point in the game, you would maybe have 1, if any at all. So I don't expect them to be filled, but we need to be buying. This black hole's pointless. Yeah, the black hole's pointless. We should be kicking first. And yeah, now race here. We could have black holed them both. Ritualist might even live. Like, at this point in the game when we're winning so significantly, if someone's like really, really fed, it's worth solo black holing them, but you are so ahead and your entire team is so ahead, you really only want team black holes. I like that we're baiting the great talent trap there because we know he's not around. That's good to see. Yeah, I mean, we're extending too deep. This is exactly what you did with the McGinnis, except with the McGinnis we recognize, so I hope you recognize it again. Yeah, I mean, they have like 1 or 2 that just respawn that's going to come for you, and on top of that, there's like 2 off vision. Okay, so now we're buying, we could be buying refresh, like at this point, okay, this is bad. We just had 6k, and we bought 2 3k items. That's fine on like Lash or something, but literally one of the most like key items in Dynamo's kit is Refresher, and we really just need to be buying Refresher when we have that many souls and we're that close to it, because Refresher is in like every Dynamo build, and it is a very big power spike. Yeah, we should, oh wait, no, they Kelvindom. Yeah, I mean, we should, oh, this is a bad black hole. They can't break Rejuve while it's in Kelvindom, so we need to be ulting once Rejuve drops if we want to try to ult them off the Rejuve. Otherwise, that Kelvin is stuck in the dome with 3 of you, and he has no chance of living. We're also sitting on 5 ability points. We really haven't spent them in a while. We really need to be aware that our ability points are there and spending them. Yeah, like we just hit 6. If I had to guess, we're going to max our Rejuvenating Aura next, and like we have enough to do it, so we really need to be leveling it up. Yeah, so it looks like we're just gonna knock Patron and then end. I mean, this is like, I like that we got mid-boss. I mean, this is a game where you just win by a lot, but I'd say you could take a lot of notes from your enemy's mistakes because you won this by such a significant margin because the enemy played like hyper-aggressive and kept like ego dueling you while they were down like 20k. And you were also playing hyper-aggressive and not really respecting the enemies in the early game, which was fine once you got a significant lead, but before that was very bad. And if you'd gone behind, it would have been like this. This is why a lot of these like low elo games are kind of like shit stomps. Because people who are new to MOBAs really don't know how to play from behind and that they can't just like permafight. And it makes it so like, you know, lower games tend to be really one-sided and there's like next to no comebacks. Well, when you get to like really high MMR, the comeback mechanics seem like really strong and like really good and you see a ton of comebacks happening. Anyway, as far as your notes, I would say in lane, first off, you need to use cover. You're tanking minions or them a lot while you were killing minions. You really need to be like hiding behind cover while you are shooting the minions and not just face tanking them. Next, I would say you need to respect tower. You tanked tower like 4 different times that game. And you died for it once, but the other times you didn't really get punished. And it's really bad to not know where your minion wave is and know that tower is going to shoot you. The next step goes hand in hand with that, which is wave awareness. We just need to know where our wave is so we don't get caught out. Because we always want to be playing behind our wave, whether that's because we're hitting the enemy wave or because we're sieging towers. Also overextending, there were a lot of times where you were just overextending, pushing way deep into their base, and you really could have gotten punished for it, and a better team definitely would have made the comeback against you guys in that game. Because how many times you're really deep on their side of the map with no teammates or just one teammate around, and you really could have gotten punished for it. Also health awareness, there were a lot of times we were just kind of wandering around their side of the map on like 300 HP. Really need to base or buy healing right when we're low, because otherwise we're just risking dying and losing a lot of souls for pretty much no reason. And lastly, I'd say we need to like find more value with our ult. It's fine to ult one person, but it's not fine to ult one person who's very behind. Because pretty much every time you ulted someone that game, they were already dead or already going to die. And especially in that Great Talents case, it's like if you had waited like 5 seconds when the Wraith came, you could have ulted them both and gotten a lot more value. Okay, anyway, sorry this one was kind of short. The game was really short, and then I had a dentist appointment really early in the morning, so I'm kind of exhausted and my energy is kind of like off. And thank you guys for all the support. It means a lot. We've been doing really well. We just got monetized, and yeah, we're really headed up. So I appreciate it. I hope you fuck with the new intro. I think I'm making a new intro. I want to like include saying like, please, you know, subscribe or whatever. I know it's cringe and I hate e-begging, but the one video I did it, I got 120 subs and every other video averages like 20 subs. So I kind of feel like I have to, but I don't know. I'll try to make it like cool or some shit or funny or quirky. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think of it or if you have any ideas. Like I said, I hate e-begging, but I mean, it really works. And I really do want to do this long term and as a career. So I feel like although I dislike it, if it boosts me long run, it's very worth it, because also the sooner I can turn this into like my main source of income, my main career, then I can add like streaming and stuff, which will be great and good for the channel and just good overall. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, keep it real.